Hey, here's Joe again, and welcome back to Elden Ring, where we are exploring Elphael, the brace of the Haligtree, and have explored everything in the brace that is not the lowermost layer. Up until this point, this room had 2 clean rod knights. But we still... Ooh, that leads somewhere. We still want to go for that thing that I'm clearly hearing upstairs, and I forgot about that. That's something that I cannot ignore. So from here we should be able to jump there. Yeah, here. Yeah. Have we been there? Yes, we've been there in the lower part, but not in the upper part. We can try to jump here. There's also a lower part to this. This doesn't lead anywhere though. Or does it? No, okay. I see a guy there. It fell on me. Thank you for restoring that. That's not the resource I need. Okay. Next guy. That was super delayed, man. Great. Okay. I love that spell. That's so good, man. Ooh, we can use this to climb up again. Dog it, yeah. We could have used this to jump to the Crystalium we found there. Ah, there's so many pathways to go. Seek up. Okay, let's go inside first. Is this anything special or is this just a puddle? Okay. Might be multiple again. Not only the one that attacked me. Trying to lock onto stuff that's on the ceiling. Only one guy protecting this? We just had a room with 2 of them. Legendary. Clean Rod Knight Finlay. Named Clean Rod Knight. Where is he? Blind. There it is. Finlay was one of the few survivors of the Battle of Aeonia who in an unimaginable act of heroism carried the slumbering demigod Melania all the way back to the Haligtree. Ah, so she said, like, she used her magic to make everything scarlet rot and thus fought Radahn to a standstill, but that sent her to slumber, and she was then carrying Melania back here. She managed the feat alone, fending off all manner of foes along the way. Okay. They are quite annoying, so that might actually be a good summon. Okay. Next up. That way. Any way I can make the jump work? Good, please. Hell yeah. Okay. Another chest. With no one guarding it? Tread. No. A somber Like, how many zombies have we found? 5 now? Those trees are moving. I see a scarab. That's a blue scarab. I see Clean Rot Knight again. Nobody here. Someone could drop down from above. That's a seedbed curse. Pretty certain of that. We got our 4th seedbed curse for... how did he come here? That would have been our other way up, by the way. This branch. How did he come here to give the seedbed curse to that guy? Okay, and we can use this way to go safely back down. Somebody below me. Please don't have hyper armor in all your attacks, man. Okay. That would have been a nasty surprise at this corner. Got a drop on him though. Some old fangs, probably useful for crafting items and stuff. So we come back to this place. Oh! Great. And this would have been our way up. That almost killed me. And you are deaf, man. How the hell? Are you not staggered? That should kill him. No. Of course, he landed on a fucking ledge. And survived. Oh no, another revenant thing. Go inside. Great here. Great here! The voice activation works indeed. 2. Great. How did you close the distance that fast? A helmet. We found the griefs of that set already. Here. Oh yeah, could have gone down that way, towards the other side. That gives me a blue flask back. Could go this way, to that dark room. Oh my fucking god. So many pathways to look at. Could go that way. Which leads to my death, it seems. I think I don't know how to get away from that again. Let's go the stairway. I see the guy, but there could be extras. I see a ballista on the other side. I see a guy there. The guy to the left aggroed. This guy didn't. Good. That's way better combination. Because that actually takes away all their health. Okay, got all the guys here. Okay. That ballista guy will be a pain in the ass later. Or now. So many pathways to take. Another seedbed curse, huh? And also this doesn't lead there. Only the upper one. Okay. Let's go the upper one. So this way. And up. Need to take the flask now. Does he have protection? I don't see anyone else here. It dropped on me again. No, that's not the great thing that I want to have equipped. I'm always thinking, yay, it's the great thing that I want to have equipped, and it isn't. Little one isn't lockable on. You cannot lock onto the little guy, which is an oversight of the game. Something's wrong here. No, don't do that. Can't stun you out of that. That's the big AoE. We wait. Great. That one refill gave me basically nothing. But I got more than one blue flask from it. I hate you. Why are you not lock-onable? And why are you infinite? They are infinite. They're bullshit. They're infinite. Why? They're broken. Great. Really helps when basic enemies are broken like that. We can jump down to that balcony from here. Why can't I lock on to you? People below me aggroed already. Thank you. Should not be hittable here. This leads me to above those guys, where there's another ballista pointing down at the same place. This should get me to a good position. Blue. Don't know what's below me. Oh god. Exactly that is the worst. Okay, this leads me behind that ballista, but, two ballistas. But, are you protected by something big? No, only normal guy. And item, okay? Bolts, ivory draped tabard. I don't like the two-part attack. That is the running attack of this. Okay, what are you? Haligtree soldier ashes. Haligtree soldiers should be with the other soldiers. That. Use spirits of common soldiers who carry the sacred light. When weakened, they explode to deliver a last-ditch attack. This was the bitter revelation discovered when the desperate soldiers who awaited the return of their lord to the This was the bitter revelation discovered by the desperate soldiers who awaited the return of their lord to the rotted Haligtree. May the flash of our deaths guide Michaela's return. I've redraped tabard. Worn by foot soldiers sworn to the Haligtree. Okay. This gets me up. Can jump there. Can jump there from here. Will get an item. Probably the way to go then. Oh, the fuck. Another one of those. Just look at the amount of souls we have. Oh, a few guys aggroed. Earlier. That really helps clearing this stupid dark room. That's a clean rod knight over there. Two clean rod knights over there. Oh, this isn't a seed. Ah, that is a seedbed curse. Good. Okay, that guy. Sacred Blade. No, that's a different version of the same thing. That's Sacred Order. Oh, should compare that. Like damage of Sacred Order and Sacred Blade. Let's hope we're alone now. At least we two-shot this guy. A warming stone, not a seedbed curse. Yeah, this one isn't tied up to the shade, just died here. Just because I found one seedbed curse doesn't mean I find a second one here. Be wary of enemy. Or fright. Yeah, if we would have jumped here, that makes sense. Oh god. That's another Revenant. That's the Revenant guy we saw before down there. Yeah, I'm not stupid. 260k. So, oh, those were two. And that guy, and a guy with a great bow. Revenge ahead. That thing. Probably this. But buff up damage. I don't think buffing up damage here is FP. It's good for FP. Charge spells do more damage. I forget to think about that in the meantime. I have the thingy icon equipped. That makes charge spells way better. So now we stay here and wait until it de-aggroes. Just we wait until it de-aggroes. Should de-aggro like right now. Or is this still... No, it doesn't want to path to me. It will still insta-aggro as soon as I show myself. Don't know where... Okay, there's no actual detection on him. How did I miss you? Okay, one of them spawned a buff, which is totally bullshit. We're low on FP, man. I will not come down to fight you there. Oh my god. These are like supercharged versions of the Haligtree avatars. So the problem is, I think it aggroes as soon as I see it and not the other way around. It doesn't care about him seeing me, it does only care about I seeing him. Wasn't there another thing that helped me about sneaking? Nah. Okay. Need a star to return. Yeah, charge attacks do more damage. That fucker is dead. A Lord's Rune. Added damage, man. No, I want to lock onto that guy. I can't reach him from here. Can reach that guy. Those are the big knights, both of them. Both of them are big knights. We could try jumping this instead of going down. Range is deceptive, man. Perfect. Trying the same... No. The same thing here. First with this guy. I lost lock on because of bullshit reasons. I'm super dead. I'm super dead. What? Poise should break pretty soon on that guy. Good. Great. FP is a problem. Don't drop. Don't drop off this ledge, please. No. I'm serious about that. I couldn't run because I was out of stamina before I started running. Great. We have like 2 FP left total. Not nice. He dropped something. He guarded something. Just want to look around here. Ladderhead, yeah, I see that. That leads me down to the lower part section that we still have to discover, to explore all of it from. Then we look that way next. Okay, there is stuff on the low ground, but I want to look at the mid ground. Whether there is a lower part that's not totally down. If that even makes any sense what I'm talking about. Like, I'm wanting to see whether there's a middle section, height-wise, here. On that part of the map that we can still jump down to. No. Okay. Okay. FP, man! What do we do about FP? Have this charging in the background while I think about it. What do we do about FP? Is there a slow FP charging item? No. I want this, but for FP. Okay, we can go inside, above or below. Don't want to be ambushed, so we go inside above. Because from there somebody could drop down to catch me off guard when I'm fighting something in the lower room. But if I'm fighting something in the upper room, nothing can jump up and ambush me while I'm fighting in the upper room. Clear what I mean with that? And why my decision is what my decision is? There was no way to enter this pillar. Okay. It almost fully refilled my FP, by the way. The shard. We can still summon, so it wasn't tied to the big Erdtree avatar. It's tied to the area. Okay. Close enough. But Radahn. And Crucible, not Radahn. No, Radahn. This is where we are. No, we are wearing Radahn all the way. Didn't I have to change something? Yeah, when we changed from this to the one that recovers FP. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well done, but nothing here. Haligtree Night Helm. Didn't we just got one? Okay, that lets me descend to a grace that we could have reached otherwise. I'm not gonna sit at it yet because we have still more to discover. Don't know whether the big guy respawns. Like everything else should be no problem. But the big guy. 317. Okay. I wanted to look how it looked. Okay, Elphael inner wall. So this leads me to the inside of the walls and then we can return. What is this, by the way? Light shining through the roots. People died inside here because they were followed by the big knights. He would have to fight 2 elite knights and 2 guys here while being pelted by arrows from up there, plus the patrolling guys over there, if we were to choose this path. The problem is I've seen revenants down there. Just hope we don't die. Just hope that the game warns us in time if somebody attacks us. Smithing Stone 8. There the thing is. Perfect. Ghost left with 9. I assume that means it doesn't respawn. Oh god, it does. The AoE is bigger than the actual heal AoE. Go Scuffword. We have to go for quite a while. We have to go for the entire length of the part of Elphael that we... Of Elphael, because Elphael doesn't go all the way around. Like this part of Elphael is fake. This part. I think. And the outer part is fake. Like you can't go to the outer part. Did I look at whether this is fake or not? Shit. Should have looked whether we can jump down there. Or should... What the fuck is there? I think that's somebody who fell down. We could also summon here. Because that actually would help. Probably more than having just one full health FP bar. Okay, there's something legendary here. Probably another stone. The dark room looks not nice. This dark room looks not nice. That's rubble. Both sides only have rubble. Looking for enemies here, actually. No, okay. A Lord's Rune. That gets a legendary thing? Oh, Lord's Rune is something else than Heroes. That's a new highest version. Okay. So we found it one time just on the ground. The question is, what is in here? Very dark. Luring out ahead, but still no joy. Luring out, but still no joy. Oh my fucking god, this is dark. We'll look at that soon enough. Trying to lock on every step because I don't want to die now. Like, we have 350k and this will be so difficult to reach again. I saw you. I see you move here. I was out of movement points or what? No! Why didn't you drink, you asshole? Can you please tell me why you didn't drink? I wasn't out of stamina, I wasn't hit, I wasn't stunned, I wasn't poise broken, I wasn't anything. I just wasn't drinking. No! That enemy. I hate that enemy. 150,000. Yes, they respawn. I can't log on. How did you not work as intended? He hit. Of course he hit. Yes, yes. Kill me. 350k souls. On the line. He hit. Yes, of course he hit. Yes, I am dead. I am dead. No, wrong flask. There are new enemies behind me that I will not be able to fight because I don't know that they're there, you fucking idiot! No! $350k, my friends! Down the drain. You know what that means? We have nothing to fear anymore. Because the time for fear of losing stuff is dead. 350k is the highest amount of runes we ever had from exploring something. That is everything we've earned in this level. And it's down to the first enemy. I can't kill the first enemy. That is the difficult part. The first enemy is the most difficult part. Like, I don't even know how far they will follow me if I run past now. No! Yes, of course you have glintstone magic. Got him. No. Stamina and blue. Stamina. No! You are Sue again? Stamina and blue. He healed. You are fucking kidding me! What is this bullshit? I don't want to play anymore. Thank you. Ah, yes. That's that guy. Stamina. Got this guy. Yeah, and that would have been the way to get my runes. Now they de-aggroed. Now they de-aggroed. Great! 350k down the drain. Item and then demi-human. Great. Beast blood? Huh? No idea. If I see it spawn, I have time to react. 350k though. Where? Over there. Oh my god. Will I just, after the episode, after I'm done recording, I think I'll just be farming those 350k back from the first set of enemies? Like maybe that green road knight up there that was just by the bonfire. Race. Whatever thing. There will be coming more. Leonian butterfly. Oh, it can be reposted after that. It can be reposted after that. Interesting. Good. We still have the bullshit room. Like the dark room to go to. This was what I placed to tell me that I haven't been downstairs. Use the stone stored key. Talisman head, by the way, likely resignation. Legendary? Yeah. Marika's Saw Seal. Okay, we got the bigger version of Marika's Seal, probably giving us 5 up onto every casting stat. Yes, 5 onto every casting stat. Solemn duty weighs upon the one beholden, not unlike a gnawing curse from which there is no deliverance. An eye engraved with an Elden rune, said to be the seal of Queen Marika. Yeah, that looks like her things. Okay. Good. Boy, was this... I hate these enemies, but they weren't that bad this time around. I was prepared. I just... Like those knights, they are already bullshit. What type of enemy is inside the black room? Should I light a lantern? Right. Didn't see the ladder before. A Probably should have tried luring out ahead, but still no joy. I can't see enemies. Probably make enemies see me. Crystallian, okay. Oh. Those are, I thought that was a church window over there. Okay. Let's lure it out. Great. Okay, you should now be able to take way more damage. Push it. Okay, you stagger now with every one of my hits. Good. Okay. Stone of Gorengat, probably. Triple Crystallians, of course. We've had a boss fight like that already. Okay, let's try luring that one out. Probably waste of my resources. Go for the big hit right away. Okay. Great. Your reach is ridiculous. How did I miss you? Stamina, man. Fucking hell. Stamina! Like 5 seconds after my last hit, there was still no stamina. Great. Yes, somebody went down after me. Thank you. Fuck you. Just go up again. Oh god, the Clean Rod Knights came down. Can they go up the ladder? Don't want to fight both Clean Rod Knights and all the others. They don't want to go up the ladder, I think. Two of them went up the ladder, one of them stayed down. Please don't aggro. Okay, we only got this shot at this. It's another ring blade one. How is there an upper room to this? Somber 9? Great. No lock-on system inside here. Okay, not destructible. Can't uncrouch. I destroyed the destructible parts of the room for her. Doesn't help. Great. She's way slower now that she's broken. Got all the triple crustaceans. Great. Pickled turtleneck. How do we go upstairs? That's not a chest. That's not a chest. How do we go upstairs? How do we go upstairs? How do we go upstairs? There is an upstairs place to this. Entry is from there. Yeah. Nah. Further that way. Entry is from... Hey! Fuck you. Snapping. Entries from there. Okay. Let's look back at this. How? It's inside that. How do you end up inside that? And where's the crystal? Ah, that's the crystal thing, yeah. If I'm not mistaken... Oh! Okay, yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's try. I kind of see something. Oh, I hate that I lost 350k. 100k is not enough to level. I will not even try. Anything new here?
There is something of the will, the dignity.
Okay. Does this help me? Was I down there? I do even not recognize some parts of this. They're supposed to only die when you kill them. Another Haligtree helm. Was I even on this? The answer is I went there, but I never went here, did I? Did I? Was I? Have I? I've been here. He tried to guard with his weapon, which is most of the time a bad idea. Die. I almost died. Thank you. I've been here. Just forgot about it, but I never went to the roof of this. So it is technically a new area. Don't die now. To normal guys. How did he not aggro? Haligtree gauntlets. Oh, we got a Haligtree knight helm also, which is a different version of the Haligtree helm. We had that one yet. A crown of unalloyed gold, that's everything. Increases faith by how much? By the same as this, but a slighter load, and gives 3 less poise. Haligtree knight helm. Item type. This is way over heavy for its poise, I think. So let's go for the Haligtree knight helm. And let's look at heavier armors. Full gold gauntlet. Those will look terrible. If anything, the bottom of the set should be... Like, that's the only thing that can look different without making it completely stupid looking. This is actually fine. Good. Got the same faith, but got to over 60 poise in case that's what's keeping me. So, right here. So here is what I just saw. Yes. We could still be attacked in here. Nothing here. Nothing here. No extra crystallian. Just the item, which is another seedbed curse. Okay. Good. Turn off that. God, crazy. That is just 0 souls, but pick them up and take a sneak peek of the next place that we want to explore. Oh my god, this was such a pain in the ass. Okay, so the roots have... So we are here in the section. Of course. Of course. They dropped something. They got a chest. Can they move up? Yes, they can move up. Okay. Then I'll lure you. Let's see whether we can't make only one of them aggro. Yes. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Where am I? Okay. Perfect. Bullshit. Oh, it makes them so slow also. It's so nice. Why you may ask why I'm taking like aggroing them with the lightning spear. I'm way more certain about the lightning spear to hit. That's the first thing. The second thing, because I'm fighting them in this weird manner, I'm pretty certain that their poise does reset. By the point they reach this part. I don't know what the poise timer is in this game, but it's like, normally it's like 10 to 12 seconds for poise to reset to full in these games. And afterwards, it's basically like you've had done no poise damage before. Rotten Crystal Spear. Can wear it. It's a fake. No, intelligence. Scarlet Rod build-up. Intelligence, magic spear, but so low requirements that can actually wield it. Spear fashioned from pure crystal, indeed impossible for a human. It festers with Scarlet Rod. Enwreathed with powerful magic, its attack scale with intelligence. Yeah. And then just standard thrusting movement. That is a magic crystallion. We're filling out. We should have filled up after buffing. That's the wrong thing to press. This is what I wanted to press. And then we're going in. This is like when it's in its broken down slow state. This is the one that's actually the most dangerous. Rotten Crystal Stuff. Boosts Crystallian Sorcery and causes slight Scarlet Rod buildup. Enhances Crystallian Sorceries. But does this make Crystallian Sorceries inflict Rod is the question. And the third one we get from the chest. Okay. That makes sense. Slight Scarlet Rot build up. Standards. Okay. Good, late game we get all the Scarlet Rot versions of the same crystal weapons we got before. Good, I just wanted to pick up my 0 souls over here. But that actually almost made me able to level up again. In this episode we found 2 seedbed curses. Let's read upon what they are again. Because we lose them after we give them to the Dung Eater. Curse grown on a corpse killed and defiled by the Dung Eater. A tender pox afflicted with omen horn. The Dung Eater cultivates the seedbed curse on corpses. By doing so he prevents dead souls returning to the Erdtree, leaving them forever cursed, one of the most loathsome things found in all the lands between. Okay. Good. Let's return to the loathsome Dung Eater from subterranean... No. Underground roadside side of grace. If I remember right, by running past them they didn't follow me. Let us hope that I'm right. I'm pretty certain nobody jumped down behind me here. Good. Then we have the Dark Souls 1 Remembrance. Then we have the guys that are not aggroing for whatever reason. And then we have the flowers again. So let me skip you past the flowers. Okay, got the third of the flowers. The hands that were here should be dead, so we should be able to reach the Dung Eater now. Every second now. I don't like that I didn't have a proper way to this guy, a short one.
You, Golden Order. One day, you'll get what's coming.
Use the seedbed curses. Cutscene. Oh, it's just a black screen. With a lot of screaming.
Unleash upon them a curse blessings to war.
Okay, it was, if not really. Receive the Mending Rune. Mending Rune of the Fell Curse. We get another ending from him. Interesting. Can be used to mend the Shattered Ring, but why do we want the curse? The revived curse will last eternally in the world's children, grandchildren, every generation, hence will be its pustules. If order is defiled entirely, defilement is defilement no more, and for every curse, a cursed blessing. Oh, so, because, like, something was off with the Golden Order, so that parts of its children were just like misshapen and not what they were supposed to be. And so his solution is to have everybody be misshapen so that nobody gets cast out. That's not how it works. If we do it like this, then the guy with more than 4 horns are good, and all the other ones are the impure ones and they get cast away. That's like, it's naturally that life, like they can't just seek somebody to cast out. Can we? I will try this. Normally I just reload the area by going back to the bonfire and going to the NPC again, but that's a freaking eternity. So let's just hope that save quitting works. Otherwise, like if nothing happens here, like the corpse is still there and everything is still the same, we'll have to do the same running section again with like 3 minutes of it works. Good, thank you. Omen set. Omen set. Malformed helm resembling an omen with its horns cut off. Worn by the Dung Eater, its form is a vision of the landscape of his mind and of his appearance as he wished to see it. He wished he were one of his brethren who were cast out, but he wasn't. He wasn't cast out, but he had brethren cast out, I think. The heart of an omen without the body to match. Could there be a crueler existence? What does it matter then if the curse claims it all? The heavy sun-shaped medallion represents both the guidance he once saw and the ring to which it will one day lead. Oh, this is a very heavy armor. The heart of an omen without a... okay, we had that. And we had that. Okay. Sorted by item type again. It's lighter. No, it's heavier than Lionel. Gives more poise. Wow, this is a really heavy one. I like my setup now, though. Oh, thank you for the helmet, by the way, Michaela's Haligtree. That was nice. Let's try that again. I want to see whether his corpse disappears or something. I will also travel to the Roundtable Hall to check whether something turned up in his place, and I'll also talk to Roderica because she might have something to say to him being done, because she's the only one other character interacting with him. So nothing happened here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we got his weapon already before. Roderica.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit?
Roderica has nothing to say to it. And then his place. So we have now 2 runes which we can use to brandish a new Elden Ring that is not the same that was there before when we brandished the Elden Ring in the end. Those runes are the Mending Rune of the Death Prince and of the Fell Curse. The Death Prince one is formed by the 2 Hello brands. It will embed the principle of life within death into order. So nobody dies. So this is to create Dark Souls. Like, that makes, like, the next cycle in this will then be the first cycle of Dark Souls where nobody dies. That's bad. That's really bad. That's like really bad. This I get somehow. Like why he wants to do that. I don't think it will work though. It will just make the world a place of suffering for everybody. That's, I think, what happens there. Like, make everybody suffer so that suffering doesn't feel that bad. Not a good idea. And this is make Dark Souls. No, we don't want to make Dark Souls happen. Let's hope that one of them gives me something that's better than the standard order, because the standard order is already bullshit. Can I talk to you about Millicent? No. Just wanted to tell him that we found out that Millicent is Melania's daughter, but we can't tell him. Okay. Do we have anything else to go for? Let's travel back to Jarberg. Because that place just keeps changing every time I go to it. Nah, I'm pretty certain that he wants something of me. Like, that's the way it felt the last time. He wants to be given something.
I'll begin my journey as a warrior.
Yeah, okay, we need to help him make a be confident that he can become a warrior jar, and I'm pretty certain that we do that by finding Alexander again. But I know that Alexander is here, but we cannot do it at that part of his quest line, so we'll probably meet him in the place we haven't explored yet over here. Good. Back to Elphael. It is. Did I now look at that site or not? The answer is no, I didn't. Like this, does that exist? And how much further down is it? We can't see that from here. Where is the one that we need to take for that? Let us level up first. How is one of the Lord runes? Probably 50k, yeah? Yeah, that's too much, but whatever. Like, we lost so many souls this episode, it's crazy. Faith. We get 2 faith from our helmet. Another 200k to go, so let's use the other Lord's rune. And both Newman's rune. Also, it was something interesting, like Hoslo. How is he called? Dialos Hoslo dropped a Newman's rune, which tells me that he is not tarnished, like I am. He is Newman. What are Newman? And I should have freaking read the Newman description right there. Because that would have told me something about Dialos people. That will overshoot it again. No. We need another 4k, which is 2 6s, which we don't have anymore. So let's try 2 5s. Which leaves me with 800 to go, which is 1 3. I know my numbers by now. Good, and we level up faith again. I want 80 with the buff. And we are at 79 now. Yeah. So when we look back here, we got a bonus damage now. 22 incant scaling now. We're better with this. Okay, nice. And how are my weapons doing? Sacred Longsword is still better than Coated Sword. Which means I should really change them. So we put the Sacred Longsword here. By the way, in between episodes, I looked up the Mikel Knight's Sword. It will get DDD in scaling, and this does definitely way worse than any other sword we use so far. So Sacred Longsword it is. I wanted to look at damage. For that we go somewhere where there's an enemy that doesn't immediately kill me. Oh, yeah, he is fine. So I wanted to look at... we have 608. Oh my god. Don't be stupid. 693. And then look at Ashes of War in the Sacred Longsword. We have so many different ones. We have... What? Sacred Order. Detailed View? No. Not in Detailed View? Ah, Detailed View and Switch Display Mid. Perform a salute and grant the armament Holy Essence. Grant armament and those of nearby allies' holy essence. That will be worse than the other one. Golden Slam. Golden Vow. We don't need that. Okay, let's try Sacred Order. Which we have 608 again. And now we have 669. That's worse. Wait. Reset, please. Reset, please. Reset, please. Reset, please. Reset, please. Okay. Yes! It gives both my weapons over 50 more damage. And even if I don't have that equipped, I can change to it like it's a permanent buff. Ah, I can't see that. Okay, wait. They stack. They stack. All of the buffs stack. We now have 824, 689. Hell yeah. That's way more damage than before. We lost one of the buffs. Nice. Okay, that gives since it gives both weapons more damage, that's really good. I assume that doesn't work for... Okay. So if I just wanna buff the damage of my right-hand weapon, the other one's better. But this is nice. This is a nice buff. Oh. And I somehow buffed her.
There is something of the will, the dignity.
Okay. Okay, this doesn't reset anything. I did use my items, so... I did sit there because I wanted to look over here. Bullshit. Something died behind me. Oh my fucking god. And over here. And over here. Where the guy doesn't respawn, okay. There is something there. I see a church. I see a church with a hole in the roof that we can look through. Do we see a grace down? I assume that's a grace down there in that church. We can look to that church, yes, but we will never be able to drop down there. We need to descend within. I'm pretty certain. But that's... can we place the thing right where the church is? So... there-ish? That's not good. There-ish? Further. Church is there. Yeah, church is right there. Okay. That will tell us to next episode to remember to keep looking for ways that go that way. Okay. Inner wall it is. And from here is where we're going to continue our next exploration episode. This episode, the most important thing we did was losing our whole entire soul count of exploring everything to like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There were 6 enemies left in the entire area that we hadn't killed. And yeah, then we lost it. It's that bad. And then we lost it basically to the first enemy because I can't even fight one enemy. Also, this is... I will have walked past so many ladders in this game. Sometimes they're ridiculous. Okay. Was this a rest? No, it was not a talk kind of place. Okay. Probably go to Lightning Spear again. Okay. Good. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow with more exploration of the Brace of the Haligtree.